So today's the day, and yes, this is the test hat that's on my head. So this is the official sample material that we got from China. We were able to test the samples with our adhesive on the back. So we did some orange with the GripTec adhesive, and then we did the sky blue with the GripTec adhesive. She only gave me so many that actually had the backing. So on the back of this, you have a rubber-like backing. This is like a really dark charcoal gray on the back. And I'm gonna tell you something right off the bat. I tried to peel this stuff apart just as it sits. I mean, with no adhesive on the back, just this rubber backing. This stuff is super, super strong. It's almost like when you try to separate the layers, it's almost like a felt-like material, almost like a recycled, not felt, almost, yeah. If any of you guys have ever done like commercial carpeting or commercial padding for carpeting, how they use like that recycled fabric type material that has a little bit of felt in it, it's almost like that. Very crazy strong. It was not easy to peel this at all. It wasn't. We were trying to separate it with some, you know, pliers and tweezers and stuff. It wasn't coming apart easily at all. So I'm super confident that once this is on the hat, you're not gonna have any problems, but that's what these are for. So we've got a few hats today that we're gonna be doing. This is the sample. Now this one here on this hat, this sample was from a different manufacturer. This isn't the one that we're getting stuff from. This right here is not this. So it is the color, but this was a other sample that we got that was 1.78 millimeter thick. So this is our adhesive on this material, and we're gonna peel this and see how well this peels off, and even see how well their material is. But as far as the color is a yes, and this is gonna go on the backing that we're choosing. So what I'm showing you guys here now is what you're gonna be getting for the backing on that material. Very amazing stuff. Now this one here is another hat we just did. This is the veg tan leather. So this is real leather with the GripTec adhesive. So these have been sitting probably for about 3 days now, so they've had time to cure really well. Obviously, if all goes well, what'll happen is the layers of the leather will peel before the adhesive comes off the hat. So we shouldn't see any adhesive coming off this hat, but pieces of the leather should be bonded to the adhesive still. So that's what we're going to show you guys in a moment here. And then on this hat, what we've done, let me switch it up. Boom. Just the gorgeousness of these hats is awesome. This material, this is going to be part of the vintage series. And then we also did another hat here. So another leatherette hat. This is again completely done. This is on a 6-panel. And then what we did is we hit 2 on the side. So one of these I did, it was missing some adhesive on the top because I wanted to be able to grip that, okay, so that we can peel this and see how that does. Even though there's no adhesive here, where there is adhesive, which is here down, should bond to that hat, or will this peel the adhesive off, being that that little bit of adhesive is missing. So we're going to test that and see. And then this one's fully bonded here. Man, I really hate to peel this one. This orange, I'm really digging this orange, man. It's really cool. Definitely a color we're going to add to the roster. We're also going to get the basketball orange. Now there's a basketball texture that's out there right now, but it's more of a like a light brown. This one's like an orange, like a straight up Spalding from Walmart orange. The one you'd see on a little kid's basketball court. But this one's pretty cool, but I think I want to get this in the basketball color, which actually it's right here. So we've got 3 basketball textures we're going to do. So we're going to do this brown one right here, the light brown basketball. Then we're going to do the rose brown for football, and then the orange texture right here for the basketball. So you got 2 versions of the basketball, and then the white golf material. Those specialty colors will be added later. So right now we're just focusing on purchasing the colors that are going to be the most important. So we're going to have a really beautiful collection of just colors that look like leather. And then of course we've got our denim collection right here. So this is the denim collection. So these are pieces that look just like your jeans, your pants. And what I did yesterday was thoroughly, guys, go through these fabrics and laser them to see how well they lasered, and I chose my pieces based on that. One thing I will say too is we're going to be adding a collection of, you know, white gold, blue gold, rustic gold, and even the natural color with gold. We're going to be adding the blue gold. These will be added to the roster later, but definitely those are going to be coming, and I really enjoyed the results of those colors, so definitely be looking out for those. What I did like about them is typically I've had a lot of issues with those materials, right? I dialed in the settings yesterday and I put every single color in the laser under those settings, and not one of them missed a beat. They were all stable and they all burned exactly the same. So no one color was different than the other. Like sometimes the thing has been said that blue is like hard to burn versus like black or another color. In this case, that wasn't even a factor. They all burned identical, and the first time that I've really enjoyed doing something like that. So that'll be a series that's coming. A lot of cool stuff coming. Over time, we'll probably have like 50 to 60 colors of leatherette, and we're coming at a really thick size, guys. So right now the size is to be determined, but let's get into the testing, guys, because this is what we want to do before we officially put in our order for the adhesive. And I know you guys have been waiting on this for quite some time now, but here we go. Let's get into the peel test to see the results of what this leatherette looks like. And then lastly, we've got the dunk test. So the hat that's been in the water for about 2 weeks now, we're taking that out and we're gonna peel that bad boy wet to see how that comes out. So let's get into it right now. What we're gonna do here, guys, is we're going to take the first one. So this is the one that didn't have the adhesive on the top part, but the adhesive is lower than that. Then I'm gonna switch this to autofocus. There we go. All right, so here we go. So we're gonna peel this with our hands. And that actually took the leatherette with it. So that took a layer of the leatherette with the material. So the shiny leatherette part came off of the leatherette. So that is a good thing. That is a plus. The adhesive did not come off. Let's try to see if we can get at the adhesive. See, there's the adhesive. I can't even get at it. When you do try to get at it, all it's going to do is peel off or scrape the rubber. So the strength right there is knowing that the patch is bonded, so it's going to be bonded to that hat, so there'll be no reason that the hat releases at all. And of course this one was easy because we had that part that we can peel off. So now we're going to get into the second one here. This one might be a little more difficult because it was 100%. Okay. So again, it peeled off the rubber of the leatherette. So the layer in the leatherette is coming off before this adhesive. So again, that is a good thing on the hat. Of course, it you know, you see the shiny rubber right there in the hat. So that is a good thing. And again, if I try to peel and scrape with my nail, I can get the little thin part of the rubber off, or this sponge back off. But yeah, for sure. I probably, that peeled so clean, I could probably reuse this patch if I wanted to, put some more adhesive on that and then reuse it. But yeah, that's kind of nice. So the whole layer came off on that. Let's now get into this one here. So again, same thing. This was the sample from China, from Supernova. This was this is not coming off very easily. Okay, so there that is. So on this one, it took the adhesive layer that was on this completely off. So this adhesive layer came off completely. So it's not even on that at all. And the adhesive is still on the hat. You can see it right there. It's on the hat still. So that's a good one. Now we've got the leather. So we're going to peel the leather. Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't have to use tweezers to peel this stuff off. Okay. So the stickiness of the patch, it came off the patch completely. So in this testing, the material came off the back of the leather patch before it came off of this. So it did not release from the hat. So what that tells me is that this is going to last very well because it's coming off the patch before it's coming off the hat. So that's a good thing. And because we're creating a point where we're peeling it, that's great. All right, you guys. So here comes the water test now. So far, nice wet hat. And hate to do this. This one is Hide Bond with the GripTec adhesive. So we're gonna now attempt to do this one. Just need to dry the top a little bit. So we're going to just grab a corner here, and that came right off. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that sucked. That came right off the hat, nice and smooth. So that does not work. So when this gets wet, this is jeopardized. It'll come off very easily. Now the adhesive is on the patch, so that's a good thing. But yeah, it's definitely just releasing from the hat itself. So all right, so what does this tell me? It now tells me that we need to go a different direction with the adhesive. We're going to stick to our original adhesive that we used to use until we figure out a better solution for this. So there is an honest review. So what we thought we were going to do as GripTec, that was going to kind of change the game. Right now it's just giving me second thoughts now on what we're going to do with that. So it's great. I mean, it adheres, no doubt. It adheres. So it went down with the Leatherette. It goes down, and it'll bond. It'll bond to the hats with no problem, and it'll stay on there. I don't foresee the patch going anywhere anytime soon, especially if you're using a good quality Leatherette. The patch ain't going nowhere. Now, but where we're seeing that if it gets wet, then that's where it could be compromised. Okay, that is honest, hard truth, and that's why we're doing that, to test this adhesive and see what it's going to do. So, hey, I'm going to be the first to say GripTec just bombed. All right, so I guess GripTec is now going to become something else. So I think what we're going to do is go back now to our original adhesive that we had, that we've been using, and that was this bad boy right here. So this one that we tried to peel, gosh dang, I mean, this sucker, and this is a 3. This is a 3 ounce. All right, so I'm trying to. All right, I'm not going to peel that anymore. It's just not working. This one is our normal adhesive. So before we decided to go the tacky route, this was the one that we were using here. It is a dry backing, when it comes to the adhesive, and it would be the same one that we showed you guys before on this here. So the same exact adhesive here is what is on this hat here, and you can see how well that bonded. So let's look here, let me focus that in. So that bonded like crazy on that hat. This ain't coming off. So yeah, that pretty much failed on the GripTec, but this one did not. So GripTec is now going to become this one once again. So this is your polyurethane based adhesive here. So win-win. Hey, you win some, you lose some in this case. You lost one, but we know that this one is tried and true, so we're going to stick with this one. Okay. This ain't coming off. Oh, God. Get it? It's too strong. That ain't coming off. That's nuts.